Hey guys, welcome back to Chronicles of a Crafter. I'm going to make some tags today, and these are just some embellishments that's going to go into my junk journal. And I'm using these Sizzix thin framelits from Tim Holtz, and basically these are very thin die cuts and they'll run right through my Sizzix Big Shot with no problem. I'm going to be using some craft paper. This is just craft cardstock weight paper, 160 GSM, as well as this selection of blue pages right here. This is cardstock as well from the Recollections collection. This is 65 pound paper, 176 GSM. And this right here you can get at Michael's. I believe Recollections is only a Michael's product, but I just love the way that these papers just coordinate so well with each other. So we're going to use some of this today. I'm just going to use these three colors right here, as well as some craft cardstock. So go grab your stuff and let's make some stuff. I'll be right back. Two ticks. Okay guys, I've done a couple of things since you last saw me. So I went ahead and used my Sizzix, as you saw in the little clip, that I ran these pages through the die cutting machine and cut out these tags. There's a couple of different ways that you can make layered tags. This is one way where all of your the holes for the eyelets are at the top. Okay, so you just put one eyelet in there and then it'll layer like that. Okay, or you can put a brad in there as well. The other way that you can layer them is at the bottom. So this is just another way to do it, where your tags are layered this way. What I want to show you guys is that you don't need to have the Sizzix or the die cuts or anything. I made this right here. This is a tag that I made using my scoreboard and my pinking shears. Okay, and I also use this little guy that I learned makes tag toppers, so it cuts your paper on an angle. If you don't have that little device, you can use this. Okay, this is just a card, Bass Pro Shop. All right, so this is just an old gift card that I had, and you can just place that on the corner of your page and cut off your angles. Okay, and I made this with pinking shears and a scoreboard, so I just went around the whole thing with my scoring tool. Where is my scoreboard? Here. All right, so yeah, I was just about to make another one, and I was like, oh, let me show you guys that you don't need to have the die cutting machine and all of that. I mean, you can do it simply with just simple tools. This is a Dollar Tree item. It's a scoring tool with the little ball at the tip. If you can see that, right? And yeah, I just went around the whole thing probably at 1/4 of an inch away from the edge. And I had cut this prior to scoring it, so wasn't sure what was going to happen, but it turned out pretty okay. And then I just punched a hole in the top with my oversized hole punch, also from the Dollar Tree. This makes a much bigger hole than any of the crocodiles. Okay, so this is my largest hole punch for tags. Anyway, moving on, we're going to stamp the backgrounds of our tags, and I'm using this background stamp. I don't know, I think I've used it recently, if you can see what that is going to look like, but I'm going to place it on my largest tag on all of them. So all of the large tags are going to have this background stamp right here, and I'm just going to use my stamping pad and VersaFine ink in the color of, I believe, jet black or onyx. So I'm just going to get ink all over this in hopes of getting some really good coverage on here. And I'm going to stamp my first tag. Hope I got ink everywhere, because yeah, if I didn't, there'll be some spaces on the background of this, but it doesn't matter. I mean, get ink wherever you can get ink, and then we'll just layer the tags on top of it. Not too shabby. I'm not happy with this section, of course, so I'm just going to put a little bit more ink right in here. And that's the good thing about having a stamping pad, like a block, this type of stamping pad, because you don't have to move your paper, and if you miss a section, you can just go back in again. So we'll see. Hopefully this time it works. And voila, I love it. Perfect. Let me clean up my hands because I got ink all over it. And yeah, this came out pretty nice. Not too many double layers, so it looks okay. I'm happy with that. So I'm just gonna move this aside and let it dry. Not that it needs to, but it's fine. Let's see, I'm going to do another large tag. I don't know if the black is going to show up very well on this dark blue, but we can give it a try. And it really doesn't matter, guys, because we're going to cover up this first layer anyway with the second tag. So we can give it a try and see how well the black does on the blue, but I'm just using this background stamp again to get coverage on here. Okay. All right, let's see what we get. Sometimes you just have to give it a try, see what happens. So I'm just applying just a good bit of pressure on here just to make sure that all my ink transfers and I get coverage in areas that I really want. Make sure that the tag itself is covered. Not bad. I mean, you probably can't see it very well, but it looks amazing. I like it. I like it a lot. Ugh, I'm getting ink everywhere. All right, so I'm gonna set this one aside as well. That looks so cool. Like that a lot. Okay, so do the same thing for this large blue tag, and I'm gonna try not to get so much ink on myself, but here we go with the larger blue, or the lighter blue. But again, it's the largest tags that we're stamping the background on. And I'm going to close up my ink this time. I think I can get it all in one shot. So here we go. Just slide my page down just a bit. Just a bit. Okay, here we go, guys. Last tag. And then we'll do something different for the others. I really like doing a big background on the biggest tag, and then once you layer it, you'll see like there's something interesting in the back, right? So I'm also using some fabric scraps, so I'll show you guys what that looks like if you didn't see it. Okay, let's see. Beautiful. Okay, great. I love it. We'll work with that. Not a problem. That works out really nice. Okay, so here's my fabric scraps. So I just went to my sewing machine and did a little bit of zigzagging a round piece of fabric scrap. So here's another piece of scrap. So yeah, I just did some zigzagging and then frayed the edges by pulling on one of the threads that's hanging off the edge like so, right? And then you just fray the edges and it looks really cute. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Here's another piece over here that I zigzagged with my sewing machine. So I thought that would look really cute as well. And we're just gonna add that as part of the layering on the tags. So let me clean off this stamp, put it away. I just use a little bit of water and one of my dry wipes just to clean off the stamp and the stamping pad for the most part as best as possible. And put this away. So for our second layer of tags, I thought I can do something that looks like this. I like this right here. It's a little bit bigger than the tag itself, but I think we can make that work. We don't want it up here in the circle, or we can put it up there in the circle. It doesn't really matter, because again, it's going to get layered. So here, let me just put this up like so. And place this on top like that, and then we can go on to the next set of tags. So I know it's a bit of cheating by just using stamps, but I think it'll be interesting anyway. So I'll probably just do this on 1 or 2 tags, maybe this light blue or this medium blue, and then the cardstock, or the craft paper. Cardstock, I meant the craft paper. So I'm just lining this up. Oh, perfect. I'm gonna use my VersaFine again. I wonder if a colored ink or oxide would work on here. Let's see. I'll stick with the VersaFine. Why change what works? Okay, so I just got some VersaFine ink around the around this tag right here, and I'm going to stamp this tag. I think this is gonna look great. And you could do 1 layer of layered tags. You can do 2 layers. I mean, you know, 2 or 3 layers. It doesn't really matter. It's like your choice. So you can layer your tag with just 1 tag, or you can put 2 tags together to make that layered effect, and I think it's gonna look great. So it doesn't really matter. So like this can definitely go on here, and then you have that. I mean, sort of cute, isn't it? All right, so let's do another. I'm going to take my craft paper, and layer it on top of the other craft paper. This is the most tedious part, is getting your tags lined up appropriately. Yeah, I think that's it right there. So yeah, that's the most tedious part, is just getting your tag in position and lined up nicely. Okay. And I'm just applying a little bit of pressure because of the magnets. They might be in the way, so Just up here at the top, I'm just applying some additional pressure to make sure I get full coverage on one try. Brilliant. I love it. So simple. Super simple. Really cute. Came out great. I love it. Alright, so let me clean this stamp off. And for that I can use my little stamping pad because I think this will go brilliantly right here. And I can just stamp it right there. There's that. And if you want to put another one, I will place I can place this large circle. Right there. And for this one, I'm going to put a much longer number on it. So I have this number right here. You got to make sure that the numbers are right side up. I think these look like coordinates. Yep, those are coordinates. And on this one, I will place I think I will put I think I'll put Druggis and Apicary on there. Why not? Let's see if it'll fit. Yeah, it'll fit. Druggis and Apicary. Sweet. Came out pretty cool. And I'm just using dry wipes to clean off my, well, this is actually a wet wipe to clean off my stamps. In addition to this number on here, I gotta put something else. So I will probably stamp it with a 15-cent stamp. Cool. All right, that's enough playing with stamps, I think. Let's see, how do we layer these tags? Let's get on with it, right? So just gonna set these things aside. Oh, I didn't do this one. Just gonna pop a little stamp right on here. And if you don't have stamps, you can always use stickers. I mean, those work just as well. If you don't have stickers, you can always fussy cut some pictures out, and that'll work as well. So, and then just apply it with some glue. So we'll probably end up doing that anyway on one of these. I have some fussy cut or large die cut butterflies that I'll probably add to this. And this is just a little stamp of a calling card, it looks like, for perhaps the local doctor. I don't know. This says Rocking Horse Maker. So anyway, it doesn't matter what you put on there. It's just for visual, you know, for your eye to catch something. And we will layer some fabric on here. So I may cut this down layer that on here like so, and then place this little tag on top of that like that, and then use one of these larger tags in the back. This is coming out so cute, guys. I'm loving it. So there's one way that you can layer your tags. Here, let me just zoom you in so you can see this a little bit better. So there's one way you can layer your tags. And then the other way that I was telling you about would be to layer it down at the bottom. So I think all my ink is dry, at least it appears to be. So you can layer this like this, and then place one of these on top of it. And there's another way. So there's just 3 ways that I think I'm going to layer these up. Up here feels like it's missing something, so I'll work on that. But yeah, that's brilliant. I like that a lot. So yeah, just so we can solidify some of these, I'm just going to glue down this fabric right onto the bottom here. Let's see if it goes better this way. Okay, yeah, that looks great. So I don't need all of this fabric, so I'm probably going to cut a piece off and use it again. So I can cut off about that much. Let me think about it. I'll be right back. Okay, so I made a decision, and I just went ahead and glued down this piece of fabric right here at the bottom. I cut it in half because I realized I didn't need all of it, and I didn't want to waste it. So I just used a little bit of Fabrifix glue right here at the bottom of the tag, and I glued that down halfway, you know, so it keeps its layered look, and it's still flexible and movable within the project. So there's that. And then I went ahead and decided that this is where this one's going to go. It will hang over the sides of the second tag because there's really not much going on it. So I'm just going to pop that down right there with a little bit of Fabrifix glue. And it will also hang over on both sides of the tag. So this one's going to go like there. Decisions were made while we were gone. I had to make a decision, and having the camera on can be a little bit of pressure, so I had to make some decisions. All right, and then this will go right here on top of there. I like that, this hanging over the edge like that. That's cute. Okay, it's a little bit thinner fabric, so yes, some of the glue will show through, but once it dries, it should dry clear because Fabrifix is a clear silicone glue, so we should be good to go that way. And then this one, I'm going to use the remainder of this fabric over there, and I'm going to glue this one on this second layer right here, just hanging off the edge again. Not a whole lot of it. Not a lot of glue, I should say, is needed for this because I want to keep this one flowing as well at the edge of the page. So I'm just going to pop this on an angle. This tag will be layered at the bottom. Okay, this one's going to be layered at the top. So just to give you reference, I'm just going to put that on here like that, and it's still, you know, interactive, so to speak. And then I'll put this tag on top of there. So let's do that. And again, I'm just using just very little bit of Fabrifix glue to glue this down. So this one will go centered on top of this tag right here. And then you can either put it up there at the top, put it down here at the bottom. So I think either one will look really cute. All right. I'm tempted to put it up there, but then, yeah, I'll put it at the bottom where it belongs. Make a decision, Nicole. Stop it. So, yep, just a little bit of Fabrifix all around here. And I'm just lining it up in the center of the largest tag. Okay. So I'm going to let that dry for a moment and come back to this one. This one I'm definitely putting up here at the top. So I'm just going to keep this free and flowing with a little bit of an eyelet at the top here. So these are way bigger holes. Oh, you know what? I have some much better eyelets. I'll be right back. So I totally forgot that I had these oversized eyelets, which will cover up the entire hole of the tag. If you notice, like, the eyelet is way bigger on one side than it is on the other, and it fits down inside the hole really nicely. But if I had a reinforcement on the back here, it wouldn't crunch it all the way through because the paper hole is too large. Long story short, here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to pop this into my crocodile, try to get it as centered as possible on both sides, and let's see if this crunches. Let's try the big crocodile and see what happens. I'm gonna be pretty disappointed if this doesn't work. Whoops. Don't want to punch a hole in my paper. Let's see. Okay, so the large crocodile worked. All right, and I'm a firm believer in if you make a mistake, you can easily cover it up. So all these smudges, because I was so impatient, did not wait for my paper to dry after stamping it. You can always just cover it up with a butterfly. Over here I put some flat back pearls from a smudge that was up here in this corner. You can do whatever you like. It's your project. I think that'll still look really cute right there. A little butterfly die cut in the upper corner of my smudged tag. And then over here, I was thinking I can put, and I did put a little die cut bullnose clip right here on this one. On this one where my smudges are, which there are a lot, I was going to place this little die cut butterfly that's cut into a heart. I mean, cut on gold paper. I'm tired, guys. If you can't tell, excuse me, I am tired. All right, and then I'm going to place this die cut on there, but not with Fabrifix glue because it's gold, and Fabrifix glue is made of alcohol. It has an alcohol base, and it will ruin your gold paper if you have gold paper. So, yep, I'm just going to put a little bit of art glitter right there over my smudges. And here I have this little wooden heart that says love on there. I think that's cute. And this I will use Fabrifix glue for because I believe Fabrifix will glue wood as well. We'll see. Hopefully that works. Okay. So there's that, and just want to make sure that my art glitter is working and gluing down my paper, and I'm going to close it back up. Yep, that looks cute. And so does this. I mean, this will be really cute up here in that corner. So I'm just going to add some Fabrifix to it. And pop it right over here in this upper corner. That's adorable. I also have these little chains. This is like a little clasp chain, I believe. You pull on it and it pops open like so. And you can hook it onto just about anything, right? So I think I'm just going to add this to one of the tags. Where is my, oh, here it is. So I also have this little guy, this little charm that says love with a puffy heart on the back of it. So I'm just going to open up these jump rings and place it on the eyelet of these tags. Alright guys, I'm going to leave you right here. I hope you guys have a super crafty day. If you like this video and the content that I produce on this channel, please give it a like and a subscribe. Don't forget to hit the excuse me, don't forget to hit the bell for notifications so you know every time that I upload a video. My videos tend to come out Monday through Saturday. I try to do a Saturday video every once in a while. And again, if you like this video, hit that like button and I will talk to you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a crafty day. Stay naturally curious, guys. Go do something crafty. Have a wonderful day and I'll talk to you later. Bye.